Hey, this is Linda. My nephew and my granddaughter have been at me to make videos on cooking and canning and all that kind of stuff. So, thought I'd try it this morning. Let me put my glasses on so you can see you better. I am in the process of going to can hamburger meat. Everybody has seen these, you know, where you get them in the great big packages. I think this is 5 pounds. And I am putting them into jars, just regular canning jars. I'm stuffing them. I take and pound them down in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm pounding them down in there. I'm putting a little bit of salt and some seasoning in there. And I'm going to stop and start this video because you don't need to see the whole thing. It'd be better if it's just quick. But this is what I'm planning on doing today. So let me stop it and finish it, and then when I go to put it in the canner, I'll start it back again. Hey, this is Linda again. Today I am making apple syrup. What I did yesterday was I had a bag of apples and I peeled them, sliced them up, put them in a crock pot, put a bag of cranberries in there, cinnamon, brown sugar, and I let it cook in the crock pot all day, all night, and then I drained them because there's lots of water. Oh, and I also put 1/8 of a cup of apple cider vinegar in there. Don't tell anybody. But it tastes good. But anyways, I drained that this morning, and now that left me with, I don't know if you can see that, the juice from it, because I'm making apple butter and I don't want it runny. So I take the juice that's left and I make that into, some people would make it into jelly, but I've got plenty of jelly. So I'm making it into syrup. So it's a really soft set jelly is what it is. I use the pectin. Let's see here if I can, no, I've thrown it away. But anyways, I use the no sugar pectin. And this is 8 cups, and I use 8 tablespoons, and I just boil it. I just stir and stir and stir until it boils, and let it boil for 1 minute, and then it's ready to put in your jars. Now, the apple butter, I put in here, I don't know if you can see that, but that is, and I water bathed it. You just let it boil for 15 minutes, and it's done. And yesterday I did the hamburger meat that I had a lot of, so I put it in jars. And let me see if I can't pause you, and I'll go get it. Okay, I'm back. Maybe that works. I won't know until I look at the video. But anyways, this is and yes, there's a lot of fat in there because it wasn't the low-fat hamburger meat. This was one of the ones in the big long tubes that you get at like Walmart. So, I mean, you can take and scrape it off when you open it. But I pressure cook these. I pressure cook my meats, and I pressure cook my tomatoes and all my other vegetables. The only thing I don't pressure cook is, oh, look, I'm going to let you look at that. The only thing I don't pressure cook is my jelly. Or my, oh, I got you all steamy. Or my apple butter. I don't pressure cook that. But any of my vegetables, especially my meats and my tomatoes, I will pressure cook them. And the meats that I did yesterday, I had 2 large sticks and 1 small one, and I ended up with 14 pints. And this is cooked meat. I put a teaspoon of salt, and I went ahead and put a little bit more seasoning and stuff in there. But it's ready to go. You can cook, you can use it for tacos, lasagna, chili, anything that you would use cooked ground beef, you can use this. It's just already done. And it makes for an easy supper if you don't have the time. And so anyways, and here is my no sugar, and probably you won't be able to read that, but it's no or low sugar pectin. And okay, so now we've got to count because it's got a rolling boil, and I need to do this for a minute. So I'm looking up here to see what time it is, and I will stir this for a minute. And nowadays, the lids that they have, used to you had to boil them. When I was a teenager, you had to boil the little round lids, not the rings. But now you don't do that. Now you just get them warm, and then when you put them in your pressure cooker, or you put them in your water bath, that helps seal it. Because if you get it boiled, then it's going to cause the rubber to get too thin, too soft, and it won't set. It won't, the jars won't seal. So, anywho, so now I'm sitting here, and I think, am I already through? It was 3:55, no, I'm not through yet. Anyway, so I keep stirring. Now, jelly, you have to stir all the time. I saw on Walmart, no, I didn't. I was on the Ball website, and they have a Ball jelly maker. You pour your juice and all your stuff in there, and then you put the lid on there, and it has a self-stirring. But I can sure stir a lot for over $100. I can use that for something else. So anyways, but that's what I've done today is finished up my apple butter. In just a minute, I'll take it out of the can and let you see a jar of it. But just season it the way you like it. It doesn't matter. Now, I did get online, and I did, okay, now I get this off. Okay, I'm going to have to pause y'all for a minute. Okay, I am back, and I wanted to show you this is a jar lifter. You don't want to stick your hand in here and lift this up, or even put it in there, but let me see if I can do this without steaming up. I don't know if I can or not. Anyways, I'm lifting this up, and this is my apple butter, and I'm going to set it right there and let you look at it. Where'd you go? Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, that's my apple butter. Turned out really good. Now, I've got all my jars set out for my jelly, and I got my jelly right here, and I'm going to, over here maybe, oh, where'd you go? Flitter. Sorry about that, it kind of messed up. But anyways, got your jars, and I'm going to clean them out, but you want to put your finger like this and make sure there's no nicks, because if there's a nick, it won't seal. Plus, you run the risk of breaking your jar in your bath. So, let me put you on hold just a second again. Boy, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm back. I needed to get you put this is what you fill your jars up with. And so, I'm going to let you, I don't know if you can see that. But anyways, all you do is now just scoop up your jelly, and you fill it up. Now, you leave about that much head space. On anything that you put in a jar, you got to leave head space. And because once you process it, it's got to have room to bubble and stuff. So, and what I'll do is I'll take a paper towel and I'll dip it in some vinegar, and I'll wipe these rims down before I put the lids on them. And then you put them in the water bath. You let them boil for 15 minutes, and they're done. But now my meat that I did yesterday, I had to pressure cook them for 75 minutes. You need a pressure cooker book. You can get them online if you get one of these used pressure cookers and stuff. But if you get a used pressure cooker, you got to check it out. You've got to make sure that the ring around it is good. I would buy a new seal. And if I don't have it in here. The next video that I take, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I would buy a new seal, and you have to have the pressure gauge, and we bought a new one for that too. I mean, they're safe. They're safer than when my mother did it. My mother used to do it, and one time it blew up. But mainly probably because it wasn't being watched. That's the easiest way to cause a pressure cooker to blow up is to not watch it. Or to let the pressure get too high. That's why you're watching it. But you can buy them in a used store and stuff, and it'll still be fine. You just have to make sure that you, and I'm just topping these off because there's not enough. Sorry about that. There's not enough to make another pot. Okay, so let me put you on hold again. I'm back. Anyways, I wanted to get the rest of this in the jar, so I'm just dipping a paper towel in, and you're just going to wipe the rings to make sure there's no syrup, juice, or gunk, and it helps disinfect. And but anyways, you do that, and that will help set the tips and the rings. Okay, now you've got the rings, and I've put them in just warm water. Now I'm going to put them, oh, that's the wrong one. I'm going to put it on there. And then you got your rings. And you just put it on there. Just hand tight. Nothing fantastically tight. You don't want to put it too tight. And then I'm doing this on the rest of them. Again, you know, used to boil the heck out of these rings, but these lids, but you don't anymore. Ow, that is hot, so be careful. So anyways, I'm going to put these in the water bath. And this was about one of those great big Sam bags of apples. I think it was 6 pounds, and then I had a partial, so probably 7 to 8 pound bags of apple. It made 4 pints of the apple butter, and I think it's going to make for me about 5 or 6 pints of the jelly. It's about 11 cups is what of the juice. So we'll see how many jars it makes me. But so I'll do this for 15 minutes, and I'm still stirring. I've got another small pot because on the ball chart it says do not make more than 8 cups in one batch because it won't work. Which doesn't bother me. If it doesn't work, all that means is it's just going to be very, very, very soft set. Which is what I want anyways, because I want syrup. Once this gets put in the refrigerator, it will even set up a little bit more. So anyways, I'm going to stop you again and get back with you in a little bit. I'm back. While my water is boiling for the jelly or the syrup, I thought I'd also show you something that I started about, well, this was January, March, April, May, August the 21st. And this one was August the 8th. Oh, now this one here has been since July the 31st. Well, what they are is they're oils, olive oil. This is grapeseed oil. And I put lavender. I filled the jar up with lavender and rose. These are rose buds. And then I poured the grapeseed oil on top of it, sealed it up, write down what it is because you're going to forget after 3 or 4 weeks. And then let it sit for 4 to 6 weeks. It can sit longer because I kind of forgot these. But then, oh, that smells good. Then once you get them, once they've set, then you strain them. And what that does is then you use the oil. I make soap. This particular oil, I think I'm going to make a lotion for my face because the grapeseed oil soaks in better. But I may save some of it for soap. I don't know. Soap's a wash-off product, so you know you just kind of have to weigh what you've done. Now this is arnica. You do not consume this, but it's great for bruises, swelling, to make a salve out of it, or lotion for the outside of your body. But you do not take it in or consume it. Now you could the rose and the lavender. You know, people put lavender and rose in cakes and stuff like that. You could do that. So you know. Now, where's my oregano? This I grew. Oregano, I grow oregano, basil, lemon balm, and peppermint But this is oregano, and I put it in olive oil. Once this is strained, you can take a teaspoon of this every day. It will build your immune system up. It is great for cooking. You can use it for anything that you would put olive oil and oregano in. It's great for it. Actually, this is really good if you got homemade bread and you put a little bit in a plate, and then put you some cracked dried garlic, like you do at the restaurants and stuff, like Olive Garden, and you use it as a dipping sauce. This is great. But this has a lot of medicinal value to it. Look it up. You can Google all this stuff. This is what I've done, and it'll show you and tell you all the good stuff that oregano is good for. Basil is good for stuff. Everything that I grow is good either for eating, but I try to double it and say medicinal as well as eating for culinary. So anyways, I thought I'd just show you that. And like I said, I'm going to let this drain. I hate to throw away that. I'm going to make soap today. So I may put this in the soap. And we'll see. I haven't figured it out yet. But I will make a video of soap making. Not today probably. But I will make a video of it because my nephew and John and then my granddaughter Katie have been really wanting me to put this on. I can't imagine why anybody would really want to watch all this stuff, but I had to teach myself because my mom passed away when I was 18, and fortunately I learned a little bit from her when we had a garden and stuff, but I hated doing it. I don't hate doing it now. So anyways, I don't know if you can hear my pan is boiling. Let me show you. I don't know if you can do it. If I can see, it's boiling, and it'll do that for 15 minutes. And it would be helpful if I put my timer on. I'm gonna put 12 because I think we've been talking for 3. Anyways, so that's it for right now. I think I'm going to finish this video up and maybe post it today. We will see. I hope it's not just so completely stupid. But I did promise. And so, anyways, here it is. Again, if I didn't say at the beginning, I'm Linda. And I'm going to try to do some videos on cooking and canning and just different things so that you kind of know how to do it if you want to do it yourself. So we will talk to you the next time. Bye.